Far in this game. Take a look at what they've done in this Little League World Series. Neither team has given up an earned run. Combined, they have 42 strikeouts. The attempted bunt by Yuki Ishizuka. And it looked like Chun Xiao Chen made sure to throw it exactly where Ishizuka was going. Ishizuka was nearly out of the batter's box. And Chen's pitch followed him out. Late on that. There have been combined 20 strikeouts in this game, Nomar. It's the best pitched Little League game combined I've ever seen here.
No ball.
By far, both of them are not giving in, and both of them continue to throw strikes late in the ball game.
10th strikeout of the game for Shen. 21st overall in this game. And now Noriyatsu Osaka comes up. The leadoff hitter. He's made contact twice. He lined back to the pitcher, Shen. And he grounded out to third in the first inning. Took something off it. He grounds that one underneath the glove of the third baseman. And perhaps the door opens a little bit. Osaka reaches on an error.
This is the first misplay we've seen today. He just got the put the glove up, didn't keep that glove down on the ground. And that ball scoots between his legs.
Now Shota Hidaka has not yet hit. And with one man down in the 6th inning, he's the last player who has yet to get his at bat. So here it is. Osaka has very good speed at first. First pitch is in for a called strike. That error may be enormous because Kiyomiya, if there's no double play, will come to bat for Japan next. 2 strikes. And there you see the 6', 200-pound #3 hitter for this Japanese team, Kiyomiya. It's the guy Japan wants up in this spot. 0-2 to Hidaka. He's gone. 11 strikeouts for Chun Xiao Chen. But this is the drama that you wait for.
I mean, Chun Xiao Chen is making quick work with these strikeouts because of that pitch limit coming into play. So he's not even messing around. He gets 2 strikes on you. He's coming right after you.
Kiyomiya may be the best power hitter at the Little League World Series this year. Set up way outside. That's a ball. It was right to the glove, but the catcher, Chen, was set up in the other batter's box. The 1-0 to Kiyomiya, and once again set up in the other batter's box. And once again, a ball.
I know a lot of the crowd want those to be called strikes because they see it hitting the glove, but they can't see, they don't have the angle that we do where he is set up, literally, in the other batter box.
I'd stay there. A double in the game already for Kiyomiya. Oh, he got a swing at it, and he missed.
And if you're wondering why they're setting up so far, because Kiyomiya hit 60 home runs this summer, and he was trying to make it 61 on that swing.
He wasn't very close to that one, though, and now the count 2-1. Base runner on first is Osaka. You can see where Chen is set up. He's a little closer than he was now. 2-1. Pitch is outside. Osaka now into scoring position at second base. So consumed with staying away from Kiyomiya that they allow the runner to go to second. You would think this should be a ball. First base open.
Yeah, I would just throw the ball so you can at least pitch to the next batter.
Well, he didn't.
Because what I'm saying, because now he gets to face another batter because that's only his 84th pitch. And he's allowed 85, but he can continue if he's in the middle of an at-bat, so he can throw 1 pitch to the next batter and finish his completed at-bat. If he had thrown a strike there, he would have thrown his 85th pitch, it would have to come out prior to facing Ishida right here.
Yuta Ishida has a man in scoring position.
可以对这个打者丢完而已，你知道吗？因为超过球速了。哎，所以我刚才在喊你的啊，你就在那边傻乎乎的，没关系啦。哦，现在图报头最主要抓这个，因为他只能丢这个打者，他球速已经到了，有没有看到？他已经丢85颗了，但他可以把这个打击者丢完，所以加油喽！ 加油喽！有没有听到？有。哦，真的哦，手起来哦！滚地球确实要挡好哦，确实挡好抓进的。现在1、2的有人，好不好？好，加油加油！
Now the base runner at second base is the one that is most important. Yuta Ishida struck out and grounded out to first. He flipped to the pitcher. Keep an eye on Osaka and the catcher. A pass ball will allow Osaka to move to third base. Ishida swings and misses. Good pitch.
Great pitch. And in case you're wondering what the manager was telling him, he was saying, we know this is your last batter. Just hang in there. And he has been this entire game.
He's got 11 strikeouts. The outfield is playing medium depth. Osaka with great speed at second. Off-speed pitch and another good one.
One is to be hitting that outside corner, but to be mixing his pitches up so well throughout this entire game. Getting the swing and misses.
Team from Japan looks on. They have their best opportunity of the night with Osaka at second base. The 0-2 to Ishida. Slow roll at a shortstop. Fielded, throw to first in time. Two outstanding starting pitching performances. Chun Sao Chen strikes out 11 through 6 innings. And Yuta Ishida strikes out 11 through 6 innings. 22 strikeouts, 5 hits, no runs, and extra innings coming. With Nomar Garcia-Parra, Jen Brown, I'm Carl Ravitch. We're watching a pitchers duel unfold in front of us at the Little League World Series. Chinese Taipei and Japan tied 0-0 going to the top of the 7th inning.
And this game so far has been all about pitching. Chen on the hill for Chinese Taipei, going on the outside corner with fastball, breaking balls. And Japan, Ishida doing the exact same thing. Fastball outside, getting the corner. Another fastball on the outside, then breaking balls, getting swings and misses. And there's no wonder why combined, they've combined for 22 strikeouts so far in this ball game.
The 6th inning all-time high for combined strikeouts is 33. So we're at 22. But as far as pitch efficiency and the overall tone of this game, it's been remarkable. So a new pitcher is on, Noriatsu Osaka. Again, he pitched against Curacao, and look at his numbers. 7 strikeouts, no walks. He went 3 1/3. He's considered the team's number 3 pitcher.
Yeah, but the way he pitched the other day, he was right up there with their number 1. I wonder if the reason, even though Ishida had more pitches allowed for him, I wonder if they were fearing that, well, maybe we'll bring in Osaka now, maybe fearing that Ishida might be getting a little fatigued and not risk it right now in such a tight ball game.
Start the inning off with a new pitcher.
Right. Because that was shocking to me, because I'm thinking, I would leave Ishida in there and let him throw his maximum.
And a lot of times at the major league level, your goal is to get the starter out, get into a bullpen. Or at least in years past it has been. Now with the great bullpens around Major League Baseball, it's a little different. But a guy that has struck out 11 and not given up much at all, you would think there'd be a sense of relief that he's out of the game.
So oftentimes as a hitter in the dugout, when you go and listen, this guy just has our number right now. I'm hoping even in the big league level, you're facing that incredible closer and that incredible bullpen that some of these teams have, you're going, just change it up, please. We want to face someone else, because this guy, we have not been able to figure him out all day. So let's see if this might actually help Chinese Taipei.
A reminder, the advantage to winning today will allow you to play on Wednesday at 4 Eastern on ESPN against Panama. The losing team will face Mexico at 6 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. Obviously less than 24 hours from now they'll be back at it. And you cannot afford a second loss in this tournament or your chances of winning a title are over. So we begin play in the 7th inning, the first extra inning game of this 2012 Little League World Series. Shangfei Li, first man that Osaka faces, and he brings it at 74 miles an hour.
Wow.
Talk about mechanical efficiency.
Just exploding out of his hand. You see the major league equivalent there of 96 miles per hour on reaction time.
Osaka's only 5'5". He weighs 119. And he fires that baseball, maybe overthrowing a little bit there. Just imagine, though, what a slow breaking ball will look like after seeing 3 pitches at 74 miles an hour. How do you react that quickly on a ball that starts 46 feet away? Grounded to short. Here's another great arm. And remember, when Ishida left the mound, he went to his best position, which is shortstop.
And he showed off his arm all day on the mound, and he's showing off his arm over there at shortstop, and great footwork. When he gets this ball, plays the hop, gets his feet set properly, and fires another strike. Seen an awful lot of those strikes today from him on the mound, and another one to first base.
We talked that this could be a defensive pitcher struggle, and it is, but it is not a struggle. It's been a blast to watch these two teams. This is baseball, Little League at its best. Did he go? Erie is always looking for help for a strike. He thinks everything is a strike every time the batter flinches.
Why not ask? You never know, you might get the call.
Fang Chen did single his first at bat. He has 1 of the 3 hits. Osaka took something off that.
Yeah, he did. And if you're wondering, I mean, he only threw 50 pitches in the last game and had 7 strikeouts in those 50 pitches.
Here, 1-1 pitch. Cohen had a little extra on it.
98.
How do you describe what 75 looks like to a hitter from 46 feet away?
Like I said, where they just shorten up and just try to put the bat on the ball and let him supply the power for you.
2-1. Ground ball, second base. Fielded cleanly over there by Motegi. And 2 men are down. They put the ball in play twice, but they both resulted in ground outs. And now Li Wei Shang, who has struck out twice, will come to bat in the top of the 7th inning. Very few, if any, of the crowd is left. Witnessing a game like this, you can't leave. Here's a strike. Shang swings and misses at a 75-mile-per-hour fastball. And an 0-2 two-out pitch in the 7th. Strike 3. 12th Chinese Taipei strikeout. First of the game for Noriatsu Osaka. Japan comes up and tries to take another chance at scoring a run. Up in the sky, the DirecTV blimp. Aerial coverage brought to us by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you've got to get DirecTV. Beautiful pictures high up there in the sky, providing beautiful pictures down here on the ground. As our coverage of the 2012 Little League World Series has moved to the bottom of the 7th inning. Game between Chinese Taipei and Japan, each team winning their first game. So this is not an elimination game for them, but it certainly can set the winner up for a favorable road to the championship game. Changfeng Li, the new pitcher for Chinese Taipei. His first pitch is in for a ball.
And there's our previous pitcher, Chen, moving over to first base. Nothing but high fives all around for the job he's done today.
Shun-Oshima. A rare 2-0 count. Tough acts to follow for both the relievers to come in after their starters were so great. 2-0 to Oshima. One hit, one home run ends the game for Japan. And puts them into the driver's seat when it comes to the international championship game. Boys from Japan were told to relax. The pitching was great. You'll get your hits. 3-1. And now that Shen is out of the game, there's a little different feel to it.
I mentioned that about Chinese Taipei and how you can get excited just seeing the starter out of the game. Well, obviously the same thing for Japan, getting that starter out of the game.
3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Tough pitch on the corner. But a good take as you're trying to get base runners. Now you got to expand the strike zone if you're Shun-Oshima. 3-2 pitch. He swings and fouls it off the umpire as well. Well, you got him as he points to his neck.
Yeah, Bruce Dinkle here. Yeah, you see that he was doing what he was supposed to do. He was facing, he didn't turn his head. You don't want to turn your head because the side of your head is not protected, but the ball always seems to find a way where the padding, that one small area where it's not really covering fully, and that catches him. And hopefully he's okay. It looks to be okay.
Talk about how Bruce is one of the more veteran umpires here with 42 years of umpiring experience from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's working as hard as everyone on this field tonight.
Take your
Quick
time.
drink of water and he'll get back behind the plate.
All right, take your time. Let me check your eyes.
For Shun-Oshima,
Seriously?
fouling that pitch off prevented the strikeout, kept the at-bat alive.
Breathing okay?
Yeah.
No,
And base runners have been at such a premium tonight that anybody who can reach base immediately becomes a threat.
Checking him out just to make sure he's all right.
All right. Track okay? No, don't turn your head.
Notice he was following the pen and he didn't want him to move his chin. And he's like, don't move your chin.
All right. You're moving all right. You okay?
Yeah.
He's smiling. That's a good sign. Everything's okay.
Well, Bruce has been a huge part of this game, given the total number of strikeouts that we've had.
I think Bruce has been as consistent behind home plate.
Yep.
And that's all you can ask for from an umpire is to be consistent with your strike zone, and he has.
He's a part of a classic Little League World Series game. Shun-Oshima, the 5'5", 110-pounder, 13-year-old. Hits one in the air to third. It's caught, and it's an out. It's Chunan Lin who's left first base to move over to third. It seems like anytime a baseball is hit, everyone doesn't really know how to react to it. That ball was caught in the air, and we were wondering, do we throw to first? What do I do with this now?
Well, because I think that's because of the ball game, because everyone is on edge right now. They know the importance of every single play right now. Every play can make a difference in this ball game.
Ryuji Osada comes up. He is
good breaking ball, good off-speed pitch. A little different breaking ball than what we saw from Shen earlier. That was more of a 12-6 type breaking ball. When you see Chinese Taipei and Japan,
Osada has one hit in the game. That breaking ball didn't break. The center fielder and right fielder are shaded to pull. The left fielder has played straight away. But there's a lot of room up that gap between left and center. Fastball misses.
Here you go, here you go.
Two-one to Osada. Driven to center field, carrying over the head of the center fielder. Osada to second base, and he'll stop there. Just went over Keishuan Lin's head. Almost a great catch and nearly a home run. Osada's second hit of the night.
Osada, look at this ball right down the middle and taking advantage of missing his spot. Ball right over the plate and just over and out of the reach of Lin in center field. And you see him just knew how close he was to making a great play in web gem.
Takahashi's going to come in to be a special pinch runner. They used the same formula in the 5th inning. After Osada singled, Takahashi came in to special pinch run. Now Osada doubles and Takahashi's back into pinch run. And with one man down, once again, premium on pitching and catching. Certainly with one out, from a Chinese Taipei perspective, you don't want a runner at third base. Rintaro Hirano, twice a strikeout victim. Breaking ball doesn't. Takahashi will try to put some pressure on the catcher and the pitcher to make his presence known. I imagine, Nomar, anything that is not caught cleanly by Shen behind the plate, Takahashi will move.
A lot of these base runners, they're just looking to see if the catcher goes down to the knees, anticipating a block ball, and they start taking it.
Takahashi peeking in, swing and a miss. Cheng Feng Lee came on to start the 7th inning in place of Shunhao Shen. The 1-1 pitch to Rintaro Hirano. 2-1, close pitch. Say this about Lee and Shen, the pitcher and catcher doing a good job of not having any balls thrown in the dirt. Count goes to 3-1. Figure this should be a pitch to hit for Hirano. And once again, left fielder is actually shaded a little towards center. Now he moves back. There's a ton of room down the left field line. Takahashi peeks around the pitcher. 3-1. Ball 4.
I think everybody thought that was a strike. Chen, the catcher, thought it was a strike. And you saw Hirano kind of hesitate a little bit, thinking it was a strike as well. Definitely caught. Only thing in question was that maybe up, but that was a really good pitch. That was one that caught more of the plate than we've seen in today.
Now Tatsuyuya Iri, winning run on second base. In there for a called strike. Japan has threatened a couple of times in this game, having men in scoring position, but has not been able to push the run across. Pinch runner on seconds, Takahashi. Ball. That one is outside. Count goes to 1-1. Two very exciting baseball games in Lomity today. Earlier, Goodlettsville, Tennessee was a winner in their game against California, and tonight's game still in the balance. After a double by Osada, pinch run for by Takahashi. He's at second. Here's your 1-1.
Good
great breaking ball.
Oh, that froze Erie at home plate. I mean, you see him, he was looking at, this is what they call a knee buckler, because the knee's buckling on that. And that was definitely a strike.
Do you go back to it or throw some heat here?
Go fastball away.
1-2 pitch. Ball. Went with the off-speed stuff and threw it high. 2-2. And we're going to get another meeting here on the mound.
球速，好，球速到，有没有听到？好，我们现在这个，我们现在的战术是一个投手都丢20颗，有没有听到？好，加油，好，手背的，哎，没关系啊，董总丢的还也不错啊，刚刚变化球丢的很好，好，轻松一点，轻松一点，有没有听到？那也做给队伍来得及双杀，交给你啊，好，好，交给你，好，加油。
Cheng Tun Lee has no children on the team. He is a sports coach. He managed the team in 2009, lost in the title game. He's been a Little League coach for over 20 years, which seems like a long time, except when you consider that the guy on the other side has been a Little League coach for over 4 decades. Yoichi Kuba.
We're going to have a pitching change here because of that 20 pitch limit, and wanting to make sure that they have Lee available if needed.
And it's the guy that started at first, moved to third. Now he's going to be on the mound. We'll see the big right-hander, Chu-Un Lin, when we return. 22 combined strikeouts, Chinese Taipei and Japan. A non-elimination game, but certainly a game that can set either one of these teams up for a run to a title. New pitcher is Chu-Un Lin. He started against Curacao and was excellent. He inherits a 2-2 count. First pitch is fouled off. .58", 194 pounds, 12 years old.
And Chu-Un Lin is the one that we always go, oof, every time he swings the bat when he at the plate.
But Tatsuya Iri, if he can get a hit, he can win the game. 2-2. He can't. And now, off first base, diving back in safely. He took a big risk at first base, did Hirano. Almost like he forgot there was a runner at second base.
Now here's something interesting, is now we are in an extra innings. Got a good swing and a miss there, and we'll have a look here. Yeah, he was taken off, and I think he was safe. Now, you can have that challenge, but you only get 1 challenge here in extra innings. It's no longer 2. You only get 1, so you got to use it wisely.
And with the number 9 hitter coming up, probably not going to be used. That's Motegi. He looks at a called strike. Japanese base runners, Takahashi at second and Hirano at first, are definitely getting generous leads. Trying to force the action a little bit. The outfield has come way in. In the dirt, going to third base, making it to third, to throw to second, not in time. And both base runners move up. The key is Takahashi's gone to third. Heads up play by the catcher, Nomar. The only chance he had was at second.
And he recognized that. And Shannon also the confidence to go down and make that throw to second. And making a good throw. I mean, recognizing he had no play at third base. And just not in time.
And a great throw it was, but now, with the speedy Takahashi at third base, and Chu-Un Lin, who has thrown more off-speed pitches than anything, which puts more pressure on his catcher, cannot have one get by. And you've got to believe if the ball squirts away, that Takahashi's going to try. 1-1. On the corner, strike 2. That's an easy 69 miles an hour, too. Real easy. Takahashi, 60 feet away. He's the winning run in the 7th inning of a 0-0 ball game. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, and a great job by Chen to block it.
Every time you see that ball in the dirt right now with the man at third base, hold your breath. And Chen got very fortunate to block that ball.
2-2, 2-out pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and we're gonna go to the 8th inning of a 0-0 Little League World Series game between Chinese Taipei and Japan. The strike totals mount. 23 total now, and some good cheese. Back with more from Williamsport after this. Everyone, it feels like an historic game unfolding in front of our eyes in the top of the 8th inning. Chinese Taipei and Japan tied 0-0. There have been a total of 6 hits, 25 combined strikeouts. And it's not as if that the relief pitchers are at all a step down from the starters. Osaka has come on and been great. And you certainly could argue that Chu-Un Lin, who's now pitching for Chinese Taipei, is the team's ace. Nomar, there's a midnight curfew. Should we worry about that?
I think we should.
Caught at first base.
See, even when you make contact, you have great plays like that out on defense.
Kotaro Kiyomiya smiling at himself. Min Ching Sung hit it hard.
This is great that they can smile after this. I mean, an intense game right now, close ball game.
I think they're loving playing in this game. Loving it. How can you not? Hung Yi Woo steps up, squaring to bunt to start. Pulls back, takes a swing at it, and it's a strike. 12 strikeouts for Japanese pitchers, 13 for Chinese Taipei pitchers. Hung Yi Woo grounded out to third. First time he took a swing at it. Called strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The 0-2. Fastball. And it looked like Woo was waiting for it.
He's still squaring around, showing that bunt, doing that slash.
This game is about 2 hours and 30 minutes old now. Little League games are 6 innings. This one has moved to the 8th. Woo swings and misses at a high fastball, clocked at 73 miles per hour. Osaka's second strikeout, 13th for Japanese pitchers. Two men down in the top of the 8th inning. Ting Hugh comes up. He started the game at second base. And he's back batting in his number 9 spot. He struck out. Called strike from Osaka. Osaka's second pitching effort here. He did pitch in their first game. In that win against Germany, he was outstanding. And he threw fewer than 50 pitches, which allows him to throw tonight. This will be his 18th pitch tonight. Breaking ball called, I shouldn't say called, swung at for a strike.
It's interesting how these batters are kind of squaring around the bunt and bringing it back.
Yep.
And I love the big pictures, too, of support.
Why would they do that, though, square around?
Yeah, I don't know if it helps them shorten up and trying to take a shorter swing to the balls compared to having their hands back. I don't know.
0-2. 2-out pitch. No, he didn't, but right away he resings. Check with somebody. Let's make sure.
You know that was coming. He's not throwing the ball back till he knows for sure that they check.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looking for the 14th strikeout of the game by Japanese pitchers. There it is. What do you say we go to the bottom of the 8th? When we do, Japan will come up, and the top of the order will be batting. Chinese Taipei, former Taiwan, and Japan 0-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning of the Little League World Series game in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. About 2 hours and 40 minutes old. And it's time now to take a look at our Kellogg's Frosted Flakes moment of the game.
Well, here's a big strikeout by Ching-En Lin coming up with men in scoring position, knowing he needs a big one, him recognizing that that's a big strikeout and continuing this ball game.
Top of the order for Japan. They've had some success, but the longest scoreless inning game has lasted 10. That was back in 2002 when Kentucky beat Texas in 11 innings. Japan has Osaka, Oyama, and Kiyomiya scheduled up. Off-speed pitch, ground ball, third base. Lee across the diamond, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, if you're Japan right now, this is what you want. You want to see the top of your order coming up in the bottom half of an inning to try to put one on the board, but Chinese Taipei still playing solid defense.
There's a shot of Kiyomiya waiting in the dugout. He's got a double and a walk in the game. Satoru Aoyama 0 for 3. For someone as big as Lin is, you'd wonder if he threw the ball harder. He seems to be relying on a lot of off-speed pitches. Here 1-0.
No.
It's a fastball, but it's misses, and it's 2-0.
Seems to try to be more deceptive than he is just going out with sheer power.
You would think, especially given some of the pitching we've seen from Brock Myers earlier today, Tennessee. Certainly we've seen from Kiyomiya, the 2 starters tonight, who are outstanding. Sean for Chinese Taipei and Ishida for Japan. 2-0 pitch. Out of play. Exactly what we thought we would get, Nomar, but it's lasted a little longer, and the pitching, I think, is a little better than we thought it was going to be.
And the defense, well, we knew the defense was going to be solid, but they've also come up with some very key, great plays behind that superb pitching.
Bottom of the 8th, 1 swing can end it for Japan. And the count goes to 3-1 with, again, the very dangerous Kotaro Kiyomiya on deck. And he's got a bat in his hands. And that would be power on power, the 2 biggest players on each team. Aoyama hoping never to get it there. He swings, he sends one into right field. He's sprinting to first, and he's going to get there in time. So a single. And for Japan, the 4th hit of the game. And now Kiyomiya comes up. Some lessons from the veteran coach, the 72-year-old Yoshi Kuba. Takahashi has now gone in to pinch run. Kotaro Kiyomiya doubled in his first at bat. He struck out and then he walked in the 6th inning. As Nomar said, you said 60 home runs during the season?
Yes, 60.
He's 6 feet, weighs 200 pounds, and is trying to end this game here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Ball.
First pitch is away. Last time he was up, Chinese Taipei threw nearly every pitch through the right-hander's batter's box. Didn't give him a chance to get that bat on the ball. Right now, Shen is set up a lot closer to the plate than before.
Ball.
Pitches in the dirt, running down to second, and safe is Takahashi. Japan has a man in scoring position again. That one called a wild pitch.
There, Japan utilizing that pinch runner. Takahashi on there once again. We know the speed he has, and he's looking for that pitch in the dirt. And once he sees it, he takes off.
Last 3 innings, Japan has had a man in scoring position.
Play.
Their numbers 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position.
Ball.
That one misses as well. And again, you have to wonder with first base open why you'd even mess with Kiyomiya. Keep an eye on Takahashi and his speed at second base.
Ball.
Ball 4, and Kiyomiya will reluctantly go down to first.
And he walks him, and you know, that's the 17th pitch so far. Let's see if he's thinking about going out there with 3 more pitches, but he didn't give anything close to Kiyomiya. I mean, everything on, like you mentioned, in the other batter's box, like they pitched to him last time, and thinking that he might chase, and he didn't chase this time. And
shows fairly remarkable discipline for a 12-year-old, because given he's the best hitter on his team, if not at the Little League World Series, he didn't fish and try to put himself into the action. Lin is going to at least stay in through the next 3 pitches, and we'll see if they make a decision at 20. The loser of this game will play again tomorrow. And now Yuta Ishida has made contact twice. He has not gotten a hit. Grounded back to the pitcher, struck out, and then grounded out to short. Takahashi is at second base with one man down in the bottom of the 8th inning. It gets past the catcher, and Takahashi goes to third. He takes a turn there, but retreats, and now he's 60 feet away with one man down. And that was what looked like a fastball down in the dirt.
That skipped right off home plate. And that one's tough. Like to see Shen drop down to the knees, both those knees, a little bit sooner and see if he can get that glove between his legs, but very difficult to do, especially when that ball's skipping off home plate.
Chinese Taipei's brought the infield in. The outfield is being called in by the second baseman.
No strikes.
Anything in the air, you think that Takahashi will run. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled out of play.
This is the type of bat you want to be in as a hitter. You have that winning run over there at third base and less than 2 outs, knowing that it's just the ball I'm going to look for up in the zone to try to at least get it in the air, if anything, that even if it's an out, hopefully a sac fly to score that winning run.
His baseball superstition, he believes in the god of victory. He's got a chance to end a classic game here.
Ball.
Great job by the catcher. That ball bounced into his glove. Fang Chen prevented any movement from Takahashi at third, and at 20 pitches, here comes the manager again. And they're going to summons the left fielder. That's Chen Kai-Hu to come on in and pitch.
我跟你讲，因为现在你没有抢到好球数，那我们就那个我叫吴宏毅，还是小凯？小凯你想丢吗？啊，你有球数吗？
One thing about both these teams, Nomar, is that this is not an elimination game, and they have to be supremely confident, even with a loss, that they can get back to facing each other in a title game.
And I think you'll see, because they're going to focus on that 20 pitch limit so much, because they know that the loser has to play tomorrow, and they want to make sure that they have everybody available, and that'll allow them to get even that extra confidence knowing that everyone's available going into that game.
Yep. So Chen Kai-Hu is going to come in to pitch, the lefty at 5'2", 109 pounds. Inherits a 2-1 count. Takahashi, who came on to pinch run for Oyama after he delivered a single, has gone to third base. He's the only base runner right now that matters. There is no double play or forced at any base with first base open.
2 balls, 1 strike is the correct count.
Yuta Ishida has seen a whole bunch of pitches. He's thrown a whole bunch of pitches as well. Imagine his night if he can get the winning hit and strike out 11 batters as a pitcher.
And that's what you want. You want to be able to have the great pitching performance and then be the hero at the end and come up with a big hit.
This would be greater than great. Combined, the two teams have struck out 27 batters, or a perfect game's worth of batters.
I've seen that once before playing with Kerry Wood. He threw a complete game shutout. He won 1-0, and he hit the home run. He did it all.
Well, Yuta Ishida wants to channel his inner Kerry Wood then.
Yeah.
Again, the loser is back at 6 o'clock tomorrow night to play another game. Ishida's 5'9", 130-pound 7th grader, a 13-year-old. You see Takahashi staring down the line, hoping for a break, a pass ball. And a lot of pressure on Chen Kai-Hu to come in a 2-1 count in a 0-0 game.
Ball.
That was a little closer than what Shen was looking for. Shen once again was in the other's batter's box looking for that pitch. And that ball got closer to the outside corner of the plate.
Shen's getting his calls from the bench. Good hitters count 3-1. Looks like they're going to pitch to him.
Ball.
Ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. So now there's no place to put anybody with a walk. And how'd you like to be Chen Kai-Hu, who comes into a game In a 2-1 count, now the bases are loaded. There's been no runs scored. Shun Oshima is going to be batting for Japan.
What this also sets up for is at least it's a force out at home plate. So the catcher can be in front of the plate and kind of act like a first baseman if there happens to be a play at home.
These teams have met only twice before in Little League World Series history, and both games decided by a run. Japan won both.
Ball.
First pitch, ball.
And as I mentioned, you can see the infield in playing for that play at home plate.
Given the 27 strikeouts, it would be hard to imagine the game ending on a walk. Good pitch there, and Oshima swings and misses. 72-year-old manager Yuichi Kuba yelling to his team, really instructing Oshima, put the ball in play. Out of play. And he's behind 1-2.
And that's what you want in this situation. You want to force the defense to have to make a play.
Kubo has seen just about everything in his managerial life. Add this to the list, though. 27 combined strikeouts. One man out, runner at third, the game-winning run in the 8th inning. The pitch to Oshima is called strike 3. Wow! He can't believe it.
That's a tough strikeout for Oshima, knowing this is a big at-bat. I mean, look how down and away that pitch was. But lucky for Hugh, he gets the call for a third strike. Staying out there and getting the call.
Now Ryuji Asada, still you got to be wary of a pass ball. That's a real tough call given the circumstances of the game. That ball was...
And it changes this whole at-bat.
Sure does.
Because now you have the defense back. They can cover more range. They have a force out at any base.
Still have to be careful pitching to Osada. He's got a single and a double in this game. The 0-1. Away, 1-1. Ryuji Asada has made contact tonight, has been on base. Takahashi came on as a pinch runner. He's at third. Japan trying to win this game in the bottom of the 8th and get a couple of days off. Way wide. And now 2-1. It makes that called third strike feel a little bit bigger.
And that was a huge, huge call right there. Changed the whole face of this game, this at bat.
Look out at Shanghai Hugh. You almost want to breathe for him, given the situation and having to come on in relief in the 8th inning. The 2-1 to Osada. Swings and misses at it. 2-2. Big pitch. Both fan bases cheering loudly. 2-2, 2-out pitch. Fouled off.
I'll tell you what, that was a great job by Osada right there, staying alive on that pitch. That was a tough pitch on the outer half and just getting a piece of it to stay alive.
Everybody's taking deep breaths after every pitch and every swing. Japan has the winning run right there on third base. Another 2-2 pitch to Ryuji Asada. Fouls it off again. And look at the catcher, Fang Chen, upset he couldn't hang on to it.
And they're still smiling. Everybody recognizes the anxiety, even when you're on third base, recognizing how anxious you are.
The 2-2, 2-out pitch. Fouled off again.
I'll tell you what, Hugh that come in here and come into this ball game in this situation has done a tremendous job.
No question.
Making some great pitches, forcing the hitter to have to stay alive in this situation.
Imagine if this were an elimination game or a championship game. Both these teams will survive to play another game. Your 2-2, two-out pitch on the way again. Strike three, and they leave the bases loaded. Chang Kai-Hu does the job for Chinese Taipei. Incredible. Everybody's breathing. Second strikeout of the inning. 29th strikeout of the game. 0-0, and we go to the 9th. Chinese Taipei and Japan have gone to the 9th inning of the 0-0 ball game. Only 7 hits combined. And Japan just left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning. They've had more scoring opportunities, but to the credit of the Chinese Taipei pitchers, they flirt with it, but they don't ever allow it to happen. And you can see the smile on the face of the Chinese Taipei pitcher, who had to come on in relief and was absolutely outstanding when he was pitching. Chang Kai-Hu getting big hugs from everybody. And we go to the 9th inning of what feels like a historic baseball game, a Little League baseball game. Hey! Leading off for Chinese Taipei. And swinging and missing is Kai-Chun Lin. He is the leadoff hitter in the batting order, which means Chun En-Lin is scheduled to come up 3rd for Chinese Taipei. He's their biggest home run threat. Is it going to be a pass ball, a home run? What's going to decide the game? Out of play.
Good swing right there by Kai-Chun Lin. And a good fastball by Osaka. And them choosing to keep Osaka in this game, going over the 20 pitch mark, which means now between 21 and 35, he needs at least 1 day's rest. So we'll see how long they keep him in there.
Lin has struck out 3 times. That pitch is way outside. Such precision from both starting staffs and the relief pitchers. There have been very few mistakes as far as pitchers go. The 1-2. Fastball, good hit into right field. And on with a leadoff single in the 9th is Kai-Chun Lin. So Chinese Taipei now for the first time has a leadoff man on.
That's what you need. Protecting the plate, taking a shorter swing with the ball. High fastball in the outer half. Doing an excellent job. Just trying to make contact, not trying to pull the ball. And finding the hole to the right side.
Chun Xiao-Chen now up for Chinese Taipei. He's got 2 strikeouts in the game. He is squared to bunt. And gets it down. It is perfect. Throw to first. Third base is unoccupied. Now they're covering third. And out at third base. A double play. What a job by Hirano, the left fielder, to come in to cover third. Wow.
Well, after an excellent bunt by Shen here, perfectly executed, and no one was covering third, but watch the hesitation by the base runner. But there's always somewhere to be on every play. And the left fielder, Hirano, doing his part, covering third base, recognizing that no one is covering third, and completes the out. Excellent job by Hirano.
Amazing play and heads-up play. We talked about the discipline. Not sure you practice that, but you certainly get him to think that way. But they're not out of trouble yet. Chun En-Lin, the power hitter for Chinese Taipei, is up. So that entire play went 2-3-7. They get 2 outs on the play. Nomar, we're watching some unbelievable play here at such a high level. That bunt was so good.
That one got me out of my seat right when he laid it down. I mean, he deadened the ball perfectly, executed that perfectly. They got the 1 out that they were supposed to.
No strikes.
And then you had outfielders covering bases. not giving up on plays.
2-3-7 double play. 3-0 pitch. In there for a called strike, wondering if they were going to challenge Lin with that pitch or just give him first base. Lin is, without question, Chinese Taipei best power hitter. Be careful with a 3-1 pitch. Ooh, challenged him, and he took a good rip at it. Here comes a 3-2, 2-out pitch. Fastball, and he got him to chase it. If it were a major league game, you could say we're going to the bottom of the ninth, 0-0. But it's a little league game, and we're still going to the bottom of the ninth, and it's 0-0. And the left fielder just made it out at third base. Welcome back, everyone. Chinese Taipei and Japan 0-0. We're in the bottom of the ninth of a Little League game scheduled to last 6 innings. But the pitchers for both Chinese Taipei and Japan have been absolutely lights out tonight, allowing a combined 8 hits. There have been a total of 30 strikeouts. Only 4 walks. There have been 12 men left on. And very similar to a major league game, we're at the 3-hour mark, and we're in the bottom of the ninth. We just saw a play in which the left fielder had to come in to cover third base to cut down a would-be runner. And now Japan, once again, bottom of the ninth with a chance to win it every time they come up. This was the left fielder who covered third base. Rintaro Hirano.
Isn't that how you always see it on your scorecard?
Yes.
A 2-3-7 double play?
Huh. And then you come up to lead off. Hirano looks at a called strike. It's had a little bit of everything. What it's had a lot of is great defense. We have 2 power hitters. There's one of them for Japan. If this continues to extend, he's available to pitch, and he's their best pitcher. 1-1. Hirano swings and misses. He has struck out twice, but everyone is on that list. 1 strikeout, I should say. If you haven't struck out in this game, you're winning. That one gets through the legs of the catcher, and at some point you got to wonder how Feng Chen, the catcher for Chinese Taipei, is doing.
He's been getting a workout back there, huh?
And Tatsuya Iri, both catchers have caught the entire game. And the pressure mounts on those guys if base runners get on to make sure the ball doesn't get past them. 2-2. On the ground, slow roll to first. Up with it and quickly getting over to first is Chun-En Lin. Scorecard only goes to 10 innings. We're looking at potentially going to another scorecard.
Your scorecard goes up to 10.
I got 10.
That's for the Little League, because you assume the 6, and here we are in the 9th.
I think you got plenty to work with.
Play.
Now it's the catcher for Japan, Iri. Tatsuya Iri. Had a hit in the game which feels like it was a month ago against Curacao to open this Little League World Series. And a couple of balls have now gotten past the catcher, so keep an eye on that if a base runner gets on.
Looks like Feng Chen is getting a little fatigued back there behind home plate. His mechanics seem to be diminishing slightly as this game's wearing on, and understandably so.
Good hitters count for Iri.
Ball.
And 3-0. So much energy and excitement the last couple of innings with that play at third base, and Japan in the bottom of the 8th had the bases loaded and couldn't score.
Ball.
Ball 4. So Iri will go down to first. And that'll bring up Haji Motegi.
We're going to see Takahashi again running.
He is the special pinch runner. You can only special pinch run once an inning, and only for that player one time. He's now special pinch run 4 times in this game for 4 different guys. He's been in scoring position before, so he's at least familiar with it. Not afraid of second base or third base.
And look for him to look for that ball in the dirt. Like you mentioned right now, it looked like Shen's a little tired behind home plate.
Here's a bunt. Going to be called foul. That was close to hitting Motegi on the way by.
And then if had it hit him in fair territory on the way out of the box, he'd be called out here.
This was close to clipping him. See if that bunt play is still going to be on with an 0-1 count, and Takahashi the pinch runner at first. Nope. Length of the game hasn't dampened the spirits of the crowds from Chinese Taipei and Japan. They're still chanting and cheering. Top of the order up after Motegi. Fouls that out of play. There just haven't been that many balls hit to the outfield at all.
With all these strikeouts and that these pitchers have racked up today. Then we've also seen some tremendous plays by the infield, so they're not even allowing balls to get to the outfield.
Another 0-2 to Motegi. That one is stopped, but it bleeds away. And Takahashi, anytime he sees the ball on the ground, he's off. Once again in scoring position. And it's remarkable, for all the strikeouts that we've had, there have been a number of pass balls and wild pitches. 30 strikeouts in this game. Takahashi's at second. Motegi, the number 9 hitter. 1-2 count. This ball is driven deep to left field. Motegi has won the game. Hajime Motegi, the number 9 hitter, in the bottom of the 9th inning, hits a home run to win it for Japan.
What a great game we've seen today from both sides, from Chinese Taipei, and even at the end of this game, showing the respect. It's not only this wonderful game, but to each other. Both teams fought hard, and Motegi getting a hot pitch. I mean, that was out of the strike zone, and he's able to hit that one over the wall. And to cap off just a wonderful, wonderful game we've got to see today.
Game that lasted over 3 hours and went 9 innings. It had 30 strikeouts, and look at the boys and coaches from Japan, including Yoichi Kobu, who has managed for a good part of his 72 years. It's a beautiful part of the game of baseball, Little League as well. It never ceases to surprise. And again, Omar, with all that we saw, this was not an elimination game. Both these teams are very, very much alive.
I'll tell you what, if we had the luxury of seeing these two teams going at it again, we would be very lucky.
Standing ovations from all the fans that are here tonight, and well-deserved. The final score tonight, Tokyo, Japan 2, Chinese Taipei, nothing. Up next on ESPN2, it's the NHRA Nationals. Coverage continues from Williamsport tomorrow. Please join us. 5 games starting at noon on ESPN2. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, with Nomar Garciaparra, Jen Brown, and our entire outstanding crew, I'm Carl Rabbit saying so long from Lombardy Stadium at the Little League World Series. Thanks for watching, and now the NHRA Nationals.